Hello, it's Carl here from Cleaning Warehouse, and we have been the Irish supplier of Solutions products since 2012. So today I'm using Empower, which is, in my opinion, one of the best carpet and upholstery cleaning products you can buy. And I'm going to tell you how to use it and show you exactly how I'm using it on these three rugs I have in front of me on the ground. Now, Empower, what is it? Well, it's a colloid. It vibrates at a molecular level, basically, and it breaks down the dirt like millions of tiny little hammers, hammering away at soil, at fats, at uric crystals, at the exoskeletons of dust mites, bacteria, all sorts of jazz. So it's an absolutely phenomenal product in my opinion, and we are using it, or I am using it today on these three rugs here, which are all fairly technical in terms of how I'm approaching the clean. Now this is a 100% 100% viscose rug, which came into me yesterday morning, and all here had been vomited on, and the only choice I had was to extract the rug. So this rug got a full-on extraction yesterday at about 7 in the morning, and I put air movers on it for 3 or 4 hours while I went off and collected other rugs, namely this one and a massive Turkish Uşak, about 130, 140 year old rug, that's from a rather big house in the middle of Ireland. Anyway, that will also be cleaned with Empower, as was the what is this? This is a Tibetan. Looks like a Chinese superwash, but it's actually Tibetan. So anyway, I've used Empower on this rug and nothing else. I mixed up the Empower nice and hot, let it cool down, because I didn't want to put hot liquid onto the viscose, even though it was going to be dwelling for a number of hours and I was going to be extracting it. And I pre-sprayed about 400 mils of Empower on just this area here, and then used a sapphire hand tool with Empower in tank to extract it. Now there is no smell of vomit from this rug. I have a little bit of trimming off to do, but it's pretty much dry, good to hand over to the customer. And any of you that are familiar with viscose cleaning will know exactly what the pitfalls are. I just did it in one direction, very slowly and very gently to rinse extract it, but the Empower has neutralized the vomit, there's no odor from it, and it's dealt with, I'd say, about 95% of the staining. Now, next rug, cat piss all around here. I pre-sprayed this rug with Empower and put a heavier concentration on this area here about 45 minutes ago, and I'm going to bring it in nice and close as I sniff. And yeah, the cat piss is gone, which, as any of you will know, cat pee is extremely difficult to get the odors out of materials, and I might be left with a faint whiff of it when it's done, and I might come in at the backing of the rug with some peroxide just to neutralize out if I need to. But in most instances, if you put enough Empower down and let it dwell long enough, it's going to deal with it, just like it dealt with the vomit in this rug here. Now, I have a signed Iranian silk and wool mix Isfahan carpet, quite a small one, that the customer spilt red wine on yesterday. And the Empower has already dealt with the red wine that was in this part of the rug, and you can see maybe a little faint tint of it here because it just needs to be rinsed out, and it's working away on the fringes, which are pure silk. I might be left with some faint wine on this, which I'll maybe use reducing agents, or I don't really like using oxidizers on silk, but I might use a reducing agent on it, and or another Solutions product called Extreme, which is a tea, coffee and red wine remover. It might even work with final phase at a 30% dilution, and I've also, to actually give this an overmist with Empower Spotter, which is a product similar to Empower, but it's a dedicated spot and stain remover with a bit more potency for that purpose. So Empower 8.6 mils per litre is the way I mix it, and it works fantastic for me, as you can see. So that basically means 1 to 120, 8.6 mils per litre. I mix it by boiling a kettle. I put 40 mils of cold water, 400 mils of cold water into my sprayer. This is a 1.5, but I usually mix it up a litre at a time to keep the mats nice and simple. So 400 mils of cold water, or tepid water, which is about 6-7 degrees, into the sprayer. Top it up with the boiling water from the kettle with the Empower already sitting in the bottom of it. That gives me a litre of pre-spray, which this morning did this entire rug and this entire rug and the fringing. I have Empower dwelling on the face of this, and I'm going to extract it now in a few minutes. I also go with Empower and tank. This is my Scorpion, predecessor to the Jag, and we have a Jag over here in the corner that is in for a new vac motor. So Empower, one of the best carpet and upholstery cleaning products I've ever used, and for us with a rug spa, it's an absolutely crucial product to have, because everything that we're doing with it is safe, but it's also extremely effective. Does it have limitations? Yeah, in my experience, not so good at soot. Maybe I'm not letting it dwell long enough, so we get fireside rugs in here that would have soot on them, and not so good at that. But odors, general staining, most spots and stains, red wine, pee, vomit, it's phenomenal at doing. Carl here from Cleaning Warehouse. Thanks for watching.